Shadows whisper when the lights go dim. Cold breath crawling on my skin. Voices echo from the other side. Is it real or just my mind? Things paranormal talks in the dark. Secrets buried leave a burning mark. We interview the dead, we debate the unknown. Chasing shadows where the seeds are sown. Fingers tapping on a Ouija board. Broken silence like a shattered chord. Eerie hums in the dead of night.
There we are.
Yeah.
That worked.
Yeah, it was fairly smooth.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well done on that one.
Yeah, Phil, you need to take some pointers there for our show.
we are learning.
Well, no,
Yeah.
actually, it depends on the program. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
9 out of 10 times Restream is working. 9 out of 10 times. Hey, Kelvin. Thanks for joining.
And I see a couple more watchers, and if you're there, you can hear us, then please let us know. Say hi.
Yeah, I'll check YouTube. In the meanwhile, I have to say welcome to another episode of Things Paranormal Talks. And we have today Natalie and Phil,
Hello.
all the way from the UK.
Yeah, over
That
the
sounded so
water.
Dutch. That
Yeah.
sounded so Dutch.
I can do worse. You know. I'm better in English sometimes as our Prime Minister.
Yeah, true.
And he's talking like some kind of farmer talking English, but I can do worse. But don't.
She can impersonate everything if it comes to that.
Yeah. I can.
Right. How you guys doing?
Yeah, good. Soggy. Is it wet
I was
over there?
about to say, Soggy. We've got more water here than anything else, haven't we?
Oh, it's just like absolutely just. I don't get it. I really don't get it. We sort of, you know, our seasons now. We don't really have a season. We don't have a winter time. I haven't seen really any snow at all. I know snow has fallen in the UK, but I haven't seen very much evidence of it down there Essex way where I am, more southerly, which is quite nice really because I'm a soft southerner. But up north has had a bit of snow, but no, it's just been wet, rain, constant rain, awful.
Yeah. The river near me burst its banks, and I was going to the horses, and we go over this old, I'm not sure how old it is. It's at least 16th century causeway. And you're just sort of driving there, and all you can see to either side is just water because the river, which it doesn't look that wide, is flooded the entire lot. And it's just like, I'm hoping I can get home and I'm not going to have to swim. It's like, or sort of like sleep in the hay barn tonight.
Yeah.
Well, it's not
Whatever
that-
happened to seasons?
Yeah, I don't know. It's not that bad with us, but winter, I think we had a week or something of winter.
2 times a week, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this weekend, I'm getting snow again.
Well, let's stay over there. I don't like snow.
You can have all the memes again of the polar bears
Yeah.
Yeah, and the penguins
and the penguins. Yeah.
and the seals. Yeah, so that would be fun.
No, it's been wet here since yesterday evening, but it's not that bad.
No, we just never seem to dry out. It's just like, even when it's not raining, it's just damp. Like, but I mean, it is what the UK is known for, to be fair. So I suppose, really,
Yeah, I can remember a year ago we were there, Mary and I. We went to England, and then it was sunny and warm and not
not
no
wet,
rain or nothing. No,
not raining.
even
must
the
be
even the
2
English were
days.
like, "What the hell is going on here?" We're like, "Sorry."
Yeah, the 2 days of the year when it wasn't raining.
Exactly.
Yeah, I have proof. I went in my t-shirt outside. I'm standing like this in a small t-shirt in the sun.
It's like we do get sun occasionally.
Yeah.
Although I'm hoping it's not like it was last year when we had the drought and the heat wave, because I am not built for heat at all. I'm so not. As soon as it goes over about 18 degrees C, I start suffering. So when it gets up to 30, it's just way too much.
Then Natalie melts down. Like
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm not a happy person when I'm hot, I tell you.
I'm the opposite. I love the heat. Absolutely thrive in it. Don't like the cold. Can't do the cold.
It's again,
you know, as soon as the sun is out, I'm telling you, I'm in my leopard skin mankini and I'm out there doing it.
Mankini.
Yeah, mankini.
Normal people, right here.
Normal people.
I've got 3 mankinis.
Weird people.
Yeah, I love it. I just
right there
in it and then out.
I've done crazy things.
I don't like white bits. I'm not that keen on having white bits on my body, so I like to sort of like, narrow it down a bit. Yeah, nothing wrong with mankini though. It's nice.
Guess we're gonna get pictures later on.
I was gonna say we try and keep.
Are you sure you want pictures?
Not before I go to sleep, because then.
That's for the paranormal only fans. That one.
Well, I don't need pictures or anything. I already imagined it.
Yeah, I would show the video, but it's been banned.
You have to make a Patreon. Let people pay for it.
Yeah.
Funny enough, I am.
We did threaten, didn't we? Me and Roxy did threaten that if Phil got to over 10,000 subscribers, we were going to get him like a little black tank top and speedos and some little ears, and just send him out into the woods as a Dogman special as bait.
You have to do that as soon as we are over there.
Yeah. Are you going to join in as well? That's great. Let's make it a party. Yeah, bring your own sausage rolls. You can hang them around my neck.
We were going to get some Greg's sausage rolls as like offerings to the Dogman, and then send Phil out with a little camera on and like little wolfy ears and a little tail.
Yeah,
I will join, but I'm afraid they won't come.
Why not?
I'm too big.
You're too big.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you have to crawl.
I'm big and scary, even if I crawl. Big and scary.
Get on your knees.
That sounds dirty in all different ways. What did you do that for? We were the normal people. Stop doing that.
Oh dear.
It's the normal people. Yeah,
that's the biggest irony ever, isn't it? Really?
Absolutely, isn't it? Absolutely, yeah.
It's nice to be called when you're called normal in amongst this crowd. I mean, in some ways,
Exactly.
it's quite a compliment.
Well, I feel privileged not to be normal again.
Yeah, when you're the normal one in the odd bunch.
That's good.
Yeah, the Dogman will not be there if they see that.
I told you, even Kelvin agrees with me.
Yeah.
He knows me. That's why.
You never know. I mean, how tall's Dogman's supposed to be, Phil? Is it about 8-9 foot?
About 9 foot on average.
9 foot?
8 to 9 foot. Yeah, round about that height. So they're quite sizable things,
Yeah.
It won't be scared for
they wear glasses.
No, don't wear glasses.
And they probably won't see you.
No, they don't wear glasses. No, not as far as I know. I mean, it could be contacts. Maybe they wear contacts. Who knows?
Yeah, well, they're short-sighted. They only need glasses, when they're in their den and they're sort of trying to
reading
things. Yeah.
How to cook a human being.
Yeah.
Hey. Jeffrey Dahmer.
Come on, it's going to be in today's world. I can imagine them, reading the actual ingredients of a sausage roll hung around my neck first before they even eat it. They'll be going, "Oh no, No, can't eat that. No, it's got too many E numbers on that one. No, no.
I'm sure I saw an interview with someone who left Greg's sausage rolls for Dogman, and he said most of the time they don't eat them. I can't remember who it was, I swear, because he went through a phase like, how you're not supposed to gift these kinds of things. And he was like, oh yeah, I leave them sausage rolls, but sometimes they're still there in the morning. And I was like, not even the wildlife ones who eat the sausage rolls. So yeah, normally, maybe they weren't. Yeah.
Normally, if you put out, normally it's quite true that if you put out things like cakes, pastries, you put out sweet stuff that can't be foraged for in or I won't say the K word, but something that can't be found in any woods or forest. So if you put out a brioche roll with a chocolate filling, that will go by morning, because it's something that they can't normally naturally find or forage for out in woods and forests.
True, but it can also be wildlife.
So that's what that's normally what they're but that's more for things like Sasquatch, stuff like that. But yeah, that's what they do. They tend to go for cakes and stuff like that. So if you put those out, try that and see what happens.
Definitely.
So we need to put fairy cakes around your neck then instead of sausage rolls when you're out in the woods.
Fairy cakes around my neck if you really want me to make me look like a prat. Yeah. I mean, I'll probably look like a complete and utter prat already in my leopard skin mankini, but also
with your ears.
to a tree. Yeah, with my hat on, with my ears, and strapped to a tree with some fairy cakes around me. I mean, that'll be a picture, wouldn't it? Let's face it. Maybe I should change my thumbnail. I think that might be my new thumbnail, don't you think? Hey, Nat?
You were so lucky I can't use AI.
Isn't it?
That would have been your thumbnail weeks ago when I first came.
You've had a jolly good job in the past. You've had a right good try in the past, I can tell you. But
well, I'm very handy with AI and Shane as well.
Oh dear.
Oh, no. Yeah.
So unfortunately, Phil sneaked past. What was it? Phil sneaked past 10,000 subscribers without telling us. So we've got to set the new goal at 15,000 subscribers. So we can work on that now. We've got a little bit more leeway.
Good.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Let's let's do that. It sounds really good fun.
We're all on board. Phil, you volunteered.
After the life feels like, oh God, what did I do?
I've got a question.
Uh-oh.
Now, all right, okay. So we're talking about leopard skin mankinis, leopard skin mankini, right? Now, when it comes to things like people seeing apparitions and ghosts and stuff like this, I was talking on my members live, and I kind of was talking to the members, and I was saying, why is it that we never see a diverse amount of ghosts or specters? We never see okay, look, has anybody ever seen a ghost with a nose ring or eyebrow ring? Has anyone ever seen a ghost in the nude? Anything for all the millions, hundreds, millions, it's got to be millions of cases of ghost sightings. They've always been quite staid in their clothing department.
Yep.
They've never it's always intrigued me, and I'll tell you how I came onto the subject. I had a call from Colin Kilty a little earlier today. He has, like I said to Natalie, got a hell of a superpower with me. Most people kind of I put a lot of people to sleep with my voice. Okay, that's my superpower. But with him, he gets me so that I have to visit the toilet. And I was in the toilet and I was thinking to myself, right, okay, he's droning on. And I was like, oh, when's this ever going to end? Really cool. And I thought to myself, if there's ghosts around, they're seeing us all the while, aren't they? but we never see them in the fashion choice of ghosts. We never see them wearing DMs. We never see them making any fashion statement. Why don't we ever see? Why is the clothing they wear like the grey lady, the white lady in white dress, grey dress? Sometimes we often see male ghosts, or maybe it's residential ghosts, which are dressed in the in the fashion of an era or of a certain place. If it's an army barracks, or if it's a air force barracks, they'll be dressed in air force uniform occasionally. But have you ever wondered why we never actually see them in anything? Which, I mean, if I dropped down now and I came back as a ghost, I'm not going to go Primark. Okay, I'm not going to go to a pound shop to pick up my clothing. I'm going to get some real nice gear because I'm a ghost. I can wear whatever I want to wear. Surely.
Maybe
Or if I
they
want to
don't.
go, if I want to
Maybe
go
they-
around with it all hanging out, I'll go around with it all hanging out.
Maybe the thrift shops, the thrift shops on the other side only have period clothes in them, and like you pop your clogs, go to the other side, you're not wearing any clothes, and all the ghost is like, oh yeah, you know, we've got the shop down there, and all you've got is like crinoline dresses and cravats and things, and perhaps they're embarrassed. That's why we can't see ghosts very often, because they're embarrassed by what they're wearing.
Well,
it doesn't even sound weird.
maybe that's why we hear them sometimes and don't see them, because they are naked.
Well, yeah. Or you know, when people say about them being like under the bed or in the wardrobes, maybe they're looking for clothes
Yeah.
and shoes,
Good one.
and then we catch them and they're just like, oh no, my God, I haven't got dressed yet, and then they're gone.
Yeah, could be.
Could be. Yeah, we'll have to try asking next time we go on a ghost hunt.
Absolutely.
I
It's
think
going
that's
to
a
be
good
my
one.
first one.
Yeah, I think that's a good one.
Yeah, do you like the clothes? Do we ever actually? I don't think I've ever heard a ghost hunter ever saying like, "Can you change your clothes?" or "Do you like the clothes you're wearing?" Or
Yeah.
Nope.
It's not something we just take it as being, you know, oh, I see an apparition. What was it wearing? It looked like a cloak. No, it was a white dress. You know, it's just, you know, with, if there was any semblance of choice in the afterlife, any chance of free will,
Yeah.
then wouldn't that be one of the first things, if any of us weren't here and we were on the other side, wouldn't that be one of the first things that we would choose is our clothing, what we want to be seen in, how
if you
people
think
want
about
to
it, the theatre ghosts and that, you would expect, you know, when people see them to be wearing like quite, you know, dramatic sort of, I suppose depends on what kind of theatre it was, but like you say, with, you know, they are actors and everything, you would expect, like you say, if they're haunting a theatre, that they'd be dressing up every night, wouldn't they? And it's an interesting thought. It's
I like that comment. I can imagine being tapped. This is Andrew Haunt. I can imagine being tapped on the shoulder and a ghost asking if I could direct them to a pair of ectoplasmic pants. I like this. I don't know what they are. I know ectoplasm, but I don't know what ectoplasmic pants are, but I want a pair.
They sound good, don't they?
They sound just, there's power there.
Perhaps that's the problem. Perhaps we need to sort of like make clothes ready for the other side, you know, like you say, visualizing your wardrobe, your afterlife wardrobe, so that it's sort of already a thought form in the ether. So then you can go and get changed when you go to the other side.
I'm going to start right now.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. I think I need to start putting a bit of
I mean, it's customary, isn't it? It's customary, like with a cadaver, they wash, in a lot of cultures, they will wash that cadaver till it's absolutely pristine clean. and then dress it. They'd dress it, but they would dress it in a Sunday best if
Yeah.
it's a man.
Yep.
It would be as smart as possible to go over to the afterlife. And when you go back even further than in history, you've got other cases where, obviously you've got people that not just clothes, they will be sent over with their pets. They'll be sent over with their horse. They'll be sent over with. There's something accompanied, something which is part of them, which looks, which is almost like it's like being buried with your car. Let's face it. It's kind of like there's a transition which we in the physical, us being physical in the physical realm, believe that the afterlife is a life regardless. It's an afterlife, but it's a life, and that life needs to be cleansed, clothed, and if possible transported.
Yeah.
It has to divide something while it's over there. So in our minds it's like kind of that is the transition. Now it just makes me wonder, if that's the case, then why don't we see more of these ghost horses from years ago?
Well, to be fair, there are a fair amount of stories of ghostly horses. I mean, I'm around horses a lot, and we do have spirit horses quite regularly. Usually when one's going to pass over, the spirit horses around. So maybe that's less a case of they're not there and more a case of perhaps they're not obvious to a lot of people. Maybe. I don't know. Because like I say, I mean, I've definitely seen spirit horses, ghost horses.
Have you?
Yeah. And about 3 or 4 weeks ago on our track, because we went through a spate last year where we lost quite a few horses for various random, it was like Final Destination on our yard for a while. All completely random out of the blue things. But I was haying up, because I'm always up there in the dark and or at sunset, and I was haying up, and it was pitch black, and I saw we've got 3 white horses out of the 13, and I thought I saw one of the white horses coming down the track towards me, and I was sort of like putting a hay net in the tire, because we tie them into the tires. So I was sort of bent over, saw it out of the corner of my eye, stood up to say, "Oh, hi, Sylvan," turned around, there was literally nothing there. And yet out of the corner of my eye, I saw this horse coming down the track to me from to about 3 foot away. And I was expecting, because they usually stand and, well, if I'm lucky, they'll stand and wait for me to finish tying the hay net. And so I stood up to turn around and say hello, and she wasn't there. She was somewhere else. And it's like, and I've seen another horse a couple of times up there. I've seen my two on more than one occasion. When Monty was passed over, Lancer came, and I saw him, and he was standing right next to me and behind me, waiting for Monts. Then when Monts left his body, Lancer and Monts were standing there right next to me for a little while. I didn't want to move, but I had the vet there, so I turned to say to the vet, "Is he deaf?" The vet was like, "Oh, I think he's passed." And I was like, "Yeah, I know, he's standing there." And of course, by the time I turned back, they'd gone. But I saw them. They were there as if they were, colour and everything, not solid, but I knew it was them.
Yeah. Does with horses, do they recognise the fact that a horse, a fellow horse, has died? How do they act? Do they nudge it? Do they?
No, they normally, because they're prey animals, so their association with death is very different to a person's. It depends on the horses are actually really annoying for this, because they're extremely individualistic. So although they're herd animals, their reactions are all extremely individual. So you'll get mine when I've got 2 stories actually that probably illustrate it best. My 2 were together. Monts, trying to think how old Monts was when I lost Lance. was about 10, and Lancer and Monty had been with Lancer since a baby, so his entire life. I had Lance first already. And when I lost Lance at 24, we had him in the field next to Monty, and I wasn't 100% sure how Monty was going to react, because I called him his Royal Nanus, because he had a bent towards drama. And he liked to think that he was king of the hill. So it's like I wasn't 100% sure what he was going to do. And we passed Lancer over, which is a whole story all on itself, and I'll be talking for 2 hours, so I'll just skip over that bit. And all Monty did was, as soon as I saw Lancer's spirit come out of his body as a gold light, Monty neighed once, turned his back on him, and that was it. Never looked for him after that. As soon as Lance came out of his body, Monty neighed once, and Lance went off into the sunset. And there was another one with there was 3 horses I was looking after. So there was a horse, a pony, and a Shetland. And the Shetland had got liver failure, and the vet was just like, we can't undo this. It's too far. It come on so quick. And so I said to the owner, let me know when it's happening, and I'll come down and sort of bear witness, because that seems to be half of my job in life. So we bought the little Shetland on this side of the gate, and the ponies was called Mercury and the horse was called Chantal. Not the best name in the world, but that was the name. So we got the pony and the Shetland in the middle waiting on the vet, and on the other side of the fence we've got Mercury and Chantal standing either side looking at us the entire time. The vet came, administered the anaesthetic, and the second that Charlie sort of went down and passed on, as soon as I saw his spirit come out, Mercury and Chantal turned around, so they turned their back to him and then walked off. And it's like, so it was almost like they were waiting for the vet. They marked his passing, and as soon as he'd passed, they turned around and walked away. It's like, it gives me goosebumps to think about it. I mean, some horses need to go and touch the horse's pass, but most of them seem to be like, that's happened. I mean, because they're very tuned into that kind of thing. Horses are. They're extremely spiritual and psychic. Most of them.
It's not just horses. Now, now we've got at the moment, we've got 2 Jack Russell Terriers, 1 half Chihuahua, but the one which was born, we've had the longest, is Ruby, and her mother was a Patterdale called Bailey. Now Bailey got old and passed away peacefully, but passed away. So that evening she passed away. She passed away in her little house. She had little on the sofa. Called it like a fluffy cloud. It was kind of like a if you like, a dog's house that can go on a settee, but it's like a little tunnel they can go in, and just like there's all full of cushions and stuff. So she had that, and she passed away in there. We didn't know for a little while until it was snack time. It was evening time, and it was like snack time, and Bailey didn't come out at all. And so, we kind of had a look and figured, yeah, come. Now, her daughter, Ruby, she knew, because normally she'd always go up to her mum. She would always kind of snuggle. Sometimes if there was a snack, they'd even sort of with each other, but still wagging their tails, for just fun. But she knew she'd gone, because she kind of didn't go up. She didn't go up to her little cave, fluffy cloud cushion cave. It was almost as if she'd just gone, even though her body was in there. Bailey's body was in there. To Ruby, she wasn't in there anymore. She knew she had actually gone, but for all intents and purposes, her body was in there. But no, she just turned her back and just walked the other way, head low. But she knew, and that's why I often sort of say that, in a way, I think when people say, "Oh, animals don't have souls," they do have souls. They have knowledge. They have souls. and that's my one sort of grievance. I did mention this on my live previously. There's my one sort of grievance with I'm Christian, but it's my one grievance with the Bible. I do actually go against it from the point of view of, and I do believe animals do have souls, very much so. And I think they're conscious of. They just know when something's passed on, but it's there, even though the body's there, but it's no longer there. The spirit, the soul, I'm not sure what you want to call it, the energy, the euphoric, the ether of consciousness, it's always there.
Yeah.
I think we just dip in, dip out every now and then, and that's our consciousness. Is external to us. But anyway, yeah, Mankini, definitely 15,000. I'm up for it. With fairy cakes.
Well, everybody
You
subscribe
heard
to
it
Phil.
first.
Yeah.
You can subscribe to us, but most importantly, to Phil, because now we want
Now we need to see
You
it.
reckon what? It's February now. It'll be warm enough, possibly around May time.
Yeah, I keep getting the image of Wicker Man in my head for some reason.
Oh dear.
question, because you guys do a podcast together, same as we do. But do you normally use these kind of topics as well? Discuss these kind of topics?
What, the mankini?
For
yeah, all the
instance.
while.
It depends who we've got on, doesn't it, really? Yeah.
What are the
It
most
depends.
discussed topics?
I don't
Well,
know.
what do you reckon? What do you think?
Honestly, I'm not sure. Because we tend to go all over the place, don't we, really? I mean, obviously it's a paranormal and cryptid podcast, so the general tendency is towards that. We can get a bit silly, but it depends who we've got on as well. I mean, like when we had Scott Wilson on, you know what Scott, right?
Yeah.
Goodbye, serious topics.
Yeah, completely serious, not a single smile in the entire thing. So I think a lot of it depends who we've got on, doesn't it? Because we don't tend to plan what we want to say or what topics we want. I mean, I always found with me that interviews work better if I just let things be said that want to be said. So, and if you try and steer a topic, it tends not to work so well. Or it never did for me. So I always, sometimes you end up talking about stuff you don't want to, but that seems to be the way it goes with and then some people are quite happy to, I don't know if you guys find this, like, I don't know how relevant this is for an interview, because it's like an interview thing. But some people kind of have scripts and they want to follow their scripts. So they want to, they if you try and take them away from that script and ask them an oddball question, like, do you think, like, when you go and ghost hunting, do you prefer flapjacks, chocolate, or Coke, as a snack? They can't seem to go off the thread that they're on. Whereas other people seem to be quite happy to go all over the place. And then some of them, you'll start in one direction and then it'll just sort of go off into something else completely. And
I think it's, I tell you what, I believe that a show really has got to work a bit like a comedy in a way, from the point of view of all good comedies start off with a narrative, and then they go off in the most eclectic mix of kind of mishmash of crap going on. But it always comes back, the funny part, it always comes back to a central point that started off at the beginning. So if they started, someone started off going shopping, it'll end with them finishing up going shopping, but the bag would have split. Something like that. Something silly, but something like that. And I think that's the key point to the show that we do is it's not our show. When we have a guest on, it's not our show. It's theirs. It's their chance. And I want them to know it's their chance to actually get across, however bizarre, absurd, or serious their topic may be,
Yep.
or their experience may be, then it's our job to present that in a way which we don't want people to just come on where we sit back. I don't like these sort of shows where we ask a question and say, Mary, how did you can you tell me how did you get into the paranormal, Mary? And then I sit back, cross my arms, turn my mind and let you roll on for an hour and a half, and you have to keep that show going. What I will do is I'll ask you and I'll say to you, right, Mary, can I ask what was it when you first got into the paranormal? Was it subjective? Was it something that you experienced, or was it something that you think happened to you? You know, I like to, with Natalie, we like to sort of question as well as just ask a question and let you roll on with it. We like to interject. We like to say, well, hang on a minute, hang on, look, Mary, wait a minute, wait. I'm not talking about, kind of not talking about this. Let's bring it back. I'd like to sort of like ask you really about your family. Did your family experience anything previously? Because a lot of times some people say that it's hereditary, that the experiences people have, and stuff like that.
Yeah, because Scott's
Sausage roll, naked. Scott. What is the topic here? Yes. That's right,
you
Scott.
Missed it.
Yeah.
You came in 5 minutes too late, Scotty.
Yeah, literally. We just mentioned your name, Scott, as well. So
yeah. Don't tell him. Keep him in suspense. Don't tell him. Yeah, he'll think he'll
will
think,
never know.
Yeah. Yeah, they're
watch
going
it back again.
Yeah, sausage roll. Let's roll. Yeah. Yeah, that's right, Scott. They're talking about sausage rolls and me being naked in the forest.
Oh, don't even get Scott started on.
Yeah.
Even cups of coffee, Sasquatch in the woods.
And the question is it vegan?
Sasquatch. Oh my God.
Oh no. Yeah, but to get back to the podcasting, we try and, like you say, the best feedback we ever got, isn't it, Phil? Where people get back to us and say that was the best, most relaxed, or I've really enjoyed it, or I've had fun, or I've never been asked those questions before. And we've it's quite gratifying actually, because we've had quite a few people say things like that, like the audience be like, oh, that was an amazing show, really enjoyed it, and then the person we were interviewing will message us straight after and go, that was an amazing show, I really enjoyed it, it was I don't normally enjoy myself on things like that, and that, so we try and aim for sort of what was it you called it, like coffee shop chat, it's like
I always say to them, look, it's not an interview. Right? I'm not going to pull out a big sheet of questions, go, right, okay, can you start off with, tell me about your mother, what was your first experience, how do you feel about this, how do you feel about that? I don't want to get the paper, tear it up, throw it out. What you want to do is, like anyone, if we're meeting for a coffee in a coffee shop, I won't know you, you won't know me. But that's half the charm. It's finding out. So you kind of like, you have a meet, you go, weather's pretty crap. Yeah, it is. Yeah. What have you been up to today then? Well, just been baking up some sausage rolls. Have you really? Yeah. I'm going to go out later, sling around my neck, tie myself to a tree. Why would you be doing that then? Well, you're into Dogman. Well, I'm not. Well, let's rephrase that. I'm not actually into Dogman. I'm not actually into Dogman. Let's rephrase that. Keep it PG. But I kind of, I'm interested by Dogman. Well, but to go quite as far as sausage rolls around your neck and tie yourself to a tree, that's a bit far. But that's the conversation that I like and Natalie likes to do. We like to sort of eke it out, and it's about them. It's better than just questions. Questions are too sanitized, and everyone does the same. It's like, oh, come on, they're people. Just talk to them with people. That's it.
Yeah,
and allow them to go off script as well. Because like you say, a lot of people think that they have to talk about paranormal, but we're like, you know, we don't mind talking about paranormal, but we don't mind if it goes off on a random tangent. You know, because these things are very often interlinked anyway, and they'll circle back round. Like you say, they'll circle back round. But even if we're not talking about the paranormal, very often it's like it can still be interesting.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know, so because we're like you say, we're people and we're not one dimensional. So you know,
exactly.
Yeah. Because when we had Preston Dennett on last week, I was like, "How do you organise your bookshelves? Because they look like a bit of a mess in the background." It's like, "How do UFO researchers organise their bookshelves?" And he was like, and I was like, "Alphabetical by size or just a mess?" You know, but you know, it's like just like slightly off the wall. You know, not off the wall exactly, but just sort of slightly off.
Yeah, you know, and it's more relaxing for people. I notice, and I think Natalie notices the same. After, I'd say the first 10 minutes.
Sorry, Phil. Scott,
what was he on about? Yes, Scott. You're talking my language. I'm all about sword rolls. Yeah, I think something wrong with your keyboard, Scott. Sword rolls and being naked.
That's a bit of redneck there, isn't it? Naked.
There, I think you've got a bit of Scottish. You've got a bit of naked in the forest. Yeah, I like it. There's nothing wrong with it. Hold your head up high, man. You know. Yeah, nothing wrong with it at all.
That's never going to happen with Scott.
No.
That's a very double comment right there. Get head up high, nah.
I know. I was trying to think of all the ways that could go in the wrong direction as well. And also the comment that because he's not very tall, he put a comment on his Facebook page earlier about it's really bad. You know, you're short when the the sunscreen visor on your car doesn't do its job. And I was like, don't worry, the shade from the steering wheel will still.
Scott is always fucked in his regards.
I think, do you know another thing? I think like what we're doing on this show, being human, being natural. I think like the sanitized kind of like shows, the ones which like have to. I mean, I mess up. Maybe Natalie will tell you how many times I mess up, or you know, the intro is not right. I try and get the intro right. I can never get it off right. Can I? And it's like,
legendary.
Legendary, my intros. You know, and I even surprised. The funniest thing is when I do the intro, go to the camera, and then what will happen mostly? It'll be like it's like, oh, I'm on.
It's either like silence, or you'll hear him going boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo any minute now, or you'll start talking and you'll only hear half the sentence because the actual intro hasn't finished. It's like every single time. I don't think we've got it right yet, have we?
No, I don't think I ever will. But it's natural. That's the thing. It's natural. It's like, you know, all cock up. You know, everyone cocks up. It's nice to see people cock up as well. You know, I mean, I personally love nothing better than sort of seeing someone skid up on a banana peel. I still have that sense of humor. I can't help it. If I see someone like, you know, slip up on a banana peel or something in front of me, my first thing, I will help them after I have a really good laugh.
Exactly.
Nothing wrong with that.
I'm laughing with you, not at you.
I start laughing so hard.
Yeah.
And everyone knows if something happens, as soon as I'm finished laughing, I will help.
Even the thought of it, just I can't help it.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Yeah. You know, other people's misfortune is just a endless spring of hilarity to me.
Yep.
You know, even if I fall down myself, the first thing I do is start laughing. And after that, I'm realizing, oh, I hurt myself and I'm still laughing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to admit, I did that once when I was, I can't even remember. I was in a rush and I actually tripped upstairs. And the whole scenario of falling up the stairs instead of falling down the stairs, I couldn't carry on up the stairs because I was laughing that much. And my brain was like, why do you find it so funny? And it's like, because who the hell falls upstairs? It's stupid. It's ridiculous. It's sort of like, you just find yourself sort of like thinking, what on earth? I can't even do this properly. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I think the funniest part is if you almost break your leg from stepping up the stairs, the last stair,
The last one. Why is
and that last one wasn't there anymore, so you're already there. So why the hell do you try to walk again? It's not working. No.
I have to admit, I love watching animals goofing up.
Oh yeah.
That's my favorite ones. Like on Instagram, I think there's a parrot, one of the little tiny parrots, and it's trying to get into this packet of blueberries, and it very carefully lifts the lid over and then goes to go in, and the lid slams shut, and it carefully lifts the lid again, lid slams shut. Next thing I know, it's pecking the hell out of the thing and stuffing it off the table in anger. And I was just like, I think I watched that about 1,000 times. It's on save on my Instagram reels. Yeah. And the one with the parrot that ends up is messing about in the little plastic tub, ends up upside down in the tub off the end of the table, and you can hear it go. You just know that's a swear word as it goes off the end of the table. And it's just like, I was like, it's so funny.
Yeah.
It's not funny, but it is funny.
It is funny.
Yeah, I like watching animals.
There's another one with a little parrot. It's a blue parrot, and there was something on the table which he tripped over. He was walking and he tripped because his foot was stuck. And he looked backwards to its owner like, you didn't see that, did you? And as soon as she started laughing, he was like, fuck.
Yeah.
She saw. And he started laughing as well. But that was so funny. It was like, wait, no, you didn't. Shit, you did.
Yeah. No, it's funny. It's like, it's because again, like we were saying earlier, it's like animals are in a weird kind of way more self-aware than you think they are.
Yeah.
I mean, they might not recognize themselves in the mirror, but they know when they've goofed up. They really do because they look around. But yeah, my horse did that a couple of times. My last horse, he spent more time in the air than he did on the ground because he just liked bucking, which is why I didn't ride him very much. And I took him for a walk one day. We were going down a hill, fairly steep slope, and it was a little bit slippy because it had been raining. And I said to him, you want to be careful going down here? And he was like, no, I don't. I'm going to be an idiot. And I'm like, well, you're going to be an idiot. I'm going to laugh at you. Next thing I know, he's sort of like, so he decides to book in the air, slides down the thing, ends up on his back with all four legs in the air. And I'm just standing there looking at him going like, he's the dignified now. He's the dignified one now, you idiot. And he sort of got up, shook himself off and went, I meant to do it. Yeah, sure. You just look at I haven't got a camera on me right now because that so would have been on social media. And it's like, because he was the one that always tried to be very dignified and serious. It's like, and I was just like, you can never say that to me again now after this. Or the time where he leapt in the air and again on a slope, slippy, landed, forgot to put all 4 feet down on his side, slid halfway down the slope. And I'm standing there watching him just sliding past me, goes backwards with his legs in the air. And I'm just like, oh my God. And he got up and he was just like, well. It's like, yes, well. He was just like, done it again. He was like, when will you learn?
Never.
Never. Yeah.
Never. Because I was meant to do that.
Exactly. Yeah. It was always deliberate, always on purpose.
Yeah. We have a question from Scott, of course. To each, it's an easy one. Where is the one place everybody would like to investigate, like the very top spot?
That's a good question.
No, really. I've not investigated many places anyway, to be fair. So I'm a bit of a rubbish paranormal investigator. So, I mean, to be fair, I see ghosts and stuff around me all the time, but I don't know. I have this thing for the Galleries of Justice in Nottingham.
Yeah. Interesting.
I would love to go and investigate there, because when I visited during the day, I was just like, there's just something about the place. Like, it's still in my mind now, and this was a few years ago. It was like just before lockdown, I think. And it even, you know, like certain places just get you. And I'm like, why would I be interested in what is essentially a Georgian jail? But yeah, I would love to investigate there, even though it's not like one of the big ones. But it's just got a presence to it, you know, the place itself. But I don't know about any of the more of that, because my brain goes blank on these kinds of on the spot questions. Have you got one, Phil?
Yeah. There's a forest in Japan which is called the
The
I'm not going to say the word S word.
forest.
Yeah. I won't say the S word on there, but yeah, it's the one where a lot, and there's still photographs and of people that have gone missing there as well. But it seems to be a collective place where people kind of go to pass over, if you know what I'm kind of saying.
Yeah.
There is a place over here, and it's not far away from where I am, called the S word pond. And people that have been there in the past, I mean, I'm not talking, you know, many people, but there has been instances where people go there and they are, there's feelings, they get washed with these feelings of despair, and quite a few have actually walked into the pond and died, well, passed over. So yeah, passed over. And that's called the S pond. Yeah. So yeah, probably that. Do you want to come with me, Mary? That place in Japan?
I don't speak Japanese.
You can
I
take
don't
Sam.
think Phil does either.
And I need
I've got Google Translate
that.
though. Google
Because
Translate.
I'm in a plane for a very long time.
But that looks really, really cool. That place.
Yeah.
We know someone from Tokyo. You can ask her.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that Irene?
Irene, yeah. She will come with you. I know for sure.
Yeah. Definitely. I would like that.
We got one for Natalie, for Skyfish. I want to talk to you about the ghosts at some point. Do you see the energy, or do you see entities, or both?
I see everything. Well, it depends. Yeah, probably both. I see all sorts of different manifestations. This is why I think that the paranormal investigators only going for the full-bodied apparitions are incorrect. Because when I've seen horses pass over, with the exception of Monty, who came out looking like a hologram of his hologram of himself, the horses always come out as light, and it's like and I've seen sort of like a spirit as shadows or shapes or a sense or an outline, but I have also seen them not quite as solid, but you know, there's a person there, and I've seen like one just like literally walking past me, and probably, and also I've not seen them, I've felt them, because they're like prickly static sometimes, like, you know, when they touch you on the face, it bothers me a bit, because I don't like being touched, but I think they've gotten a little bit better in how they do it now, rather than just randomly touching me and freaking me out. They sort of do it very gently on my arm now, or on my face, and I'm like, okay, I know you're there. But yeah, so yeah, I'd probably say a bit of everything. It's like I'm non-conformist. But,
you can find Natalie on Facebook.
yeah, if you want strangeness. But yeah, no, I don't know if I've also seen entities as well. So it's like, you know, so I don't know whether that's what the question meant. So it's not just the ghost came afterwards, but I've seen entities as well. But they tend to manifest either as shadows or, again, shapes, or you get a strong psychic impression of them, or it's a sense of discomfort very often. Depending on what kind of entity it is and what level of power it has, etc., etc. Or the ones I've come across. And also, just recently, just to elaborate and over-explain, I've also been getting, I don't know what to call them, Phil, because like some people say they're Bigfoots, but I'm not entirely convinced. But I call them stickman because they leave me sticks. And when I was in the woods, now I don't know whether they're getting more friendly. I was in the woods the other week having a look to see if some of the structures were still there, and I actually saw an outline of a figure taller than me hide behind the tree. And I was like 3 foot away from it, and I just went, there's something, you know, I could almost see it. And then so I went around the other side, and it went back around the other side of the tree. So it's almost like we were playing sort of like, and I couldn't say exactly how tall it was, but it must have been, I'm 5'8", so it must have been at least 6 foot. But all I saw that as is like you know how the classic way of describing it is the outline in Predator, you know, where you've got that sort of, so I don't know if that's just a fault on my psychic abilities is not quite good enough to see, or whether, you know, a bit of both. Yeah, so and it changes over time as well. So I went through a phase of seeing orbs everywhere for a while, then a phase of seeing shadows everywhere for a while, then I saw actual figures for a little bit. And it seems to have dropped off a bit, but now I'm getting this sort of like the wood spirit things that are invisible, but they've got quite a strong presence. So I kind of know they're right in front of me, but I can't see them yet, I guess. But yeah, just to make a short answer very long.
who can I ask who here, right, believes that out of any time that we've read about in history books, there's a feeling in society now, and I get this, I really do get this. There's a feeling in society of change, of spiritual and physical change within the planet. Who actually is who's with me on this? Do you feel this? Do you feel that there's change?
Yeah.
There's something, we're on the brink of something.
Yeah.
Or reality isn't reality.
There's a shift for sure.
Right, there is a shift.
Yeah.
So that coupled together with the increase in sightings, whether it be the Lakenheath, Mildenhall drones, the New Jersey drones, the cryptids people have started seeing more more frequently. People have started seeing a lot more, in particular, of orbs. I don't think this is something which, I mean, this is not something which is just perchance. I think that, you know, we're sort of becoming more aware of these things because we're becoming more aware. It's not they're coming to us, we're going to it. I'm sure of it. And I think a lot of times, personally, I think it's it's an energy, like consciousness, an external energy, which, you know, with consciousness we dip in, we dip out, and it's a shared consciousness by everybody. But it just so happens that it's running around like a river around all of us. And I think this energy is the same. And I honestly do believe that we're kind of seeing manifestations of this energy on an individual basis. And I think it's sort of appropriating itself to us in a manner that is specific and palatable to that individual. What do you reckon to that? Sausage rolls.
Agreed. With sausage rolls.
Do you know the one thing, the one issue I have with everyone saying that we're becoming more aware is the fact that there is an assumption there that we've never been aware of these things before. But if you look in folklore, in history and folk magic and folk beliefs, there was an awareness. So one could perhaps call it a reawakening rather than an awakening. a shift in consciousness in how we relate to them, possibly. Like you say, Phil, it's like, if we used to have fairies and see all this stuff all the time, and then we've fallen out of it, like with the medieval times, where we had the change in towards science and the dark ages, and then the change towards science and the way of thinking. Perhaps we stopped seeing them to the same degree, and then it's like a remembering, but it's now in a different format to what it was before, if that makes sense. So like you say, the fairies have changed from being fairies to being orbs or UFOs or whatever. So my thought was, maybe we're not, this has happened before, but perhaps the way we approached it and looked at it was that it's always been there, and we've always had an awareness, but the way we're looking at it now is different, or we've forgotten, like you say, or it's been bred out of us, or it's been educated out of us, or maybe now it's got a different the Earth's got a different energy with the sun adding all of its electromagnetic stuff to us at the moment. It's perhaps been able to manifest in a different way that it couldn't before. Also, there's a possibility.
Or society, and because there was a lot of society going over all paranormal stories, you will be called crazy still, but it's getting less and less and less.
Yeah.
So people are more easy to talk about it.
Yeah, so maybe it is just like it is, I don't know, it's something I've been mulling over. It's not a fixed, but I did think about it. If you do think about it, the folklore and the fairy lore and all the folk magic, these things are all around us all the time. So are these things that we're seeing now different to what was around then? Or was that in a different dimension, and now we're seeing another dimension of paranormal stuff, So like before, it was all very much like fae type things. Like it was very much animals and people and giants and stuff. Whereas now, perhaps we're in a different dimensional awareness where we're seeing other types of things, or our modern culture is shaped, like you say, shaping what we're seeing or how we're seeing it. It's I don't know.
That's interesting. That's a good point. Good point. That is a good point. But years ago, folklore was folklore. So it was, the majority of the people that understood folklore was because it was word of mouth. Nothing was written because they obviously couldn't write. It was only the people that were rich, that were well off, that were able to be educated, as well as being obesely big, because they could be obesely big, because the rest of us couldn't, because we didn't have the, we were eating, I don't know, whatever we were eating kind of hamsters or whatever, but they were eating, the bigger, the better, animals, the more protein rich animals. We couldn't write, so we had this hand-me-down stories, which had an origin, and it's the origin that is interesting. The difference being with folklore and what's happening now, as I see it, is it's the epidemic. It's en masse. So many people are having individualistic sightings, either of shadow beings, either of orbs, and a lot of times you could say maybe it's a contagion, maybe as form of contagion, that they're kind of, one's read about an orb and then they see an orb, and it's not one single origin story that's been handed down. This is fever pitch, multiple witness testimonies, which are going before Congress, which are being questioned. Our very makeup of reality now is put onto the table and is now studied. And to study, for scientists and physicists to study topics like this, you have to, is very expensive. It's not a cheap game to them. They have to have investment money before a study can be actually initiated. So it's kind of, and it's just the amount of people. It's not folklore is like it's very interesting. It's a mute point because it is one single origin, which is very close to what we're witnessing. So I think somewhere down the line, there was one person that saw a manifestation of a wolf, and the wolf looked just like grandma, and it had what big eyes it had, what big teeth it had. But that then kind of like that fairy tale, that folklore got passed down. So the origin of it, yes. And, like with that Red Riding Hood, a lot of countries have had that story. And the one thing that is a commonality in every single country which has that story is the wolf was bipedal, and the wolf did adopt and mimic the grandma in every single country. That's the one thing that didn't change. And you have to remember that it's fascinating because they didn't have the communication that we had. One village would be totally isolated from the rest of the world, other than with travelers, with tinkers, with anyone else that was going past. Oh, did you hear what happened in the village along? No, what happened? We didn't know, because what's the point in us traveling? Because it takes time, it takes energy, it takes money. Why would we go outside of the village unnecessarily? Because we've got to come back to the village. That's more time, energy, money. So what happens? Well, they're talking about this wolf, and it stopped this little girl in a red. We saw there's this thing that's underneath. I think it's an ogre. It's underneath this bridge. Yeah, and it grabs people when they go past. Really? Yeah. And that's how it's sort of. But when you have all these different villages, all having different stories. I saw this wolf. Right? I heard about this wolf in the next village along. Do you know what? Weird. We had the same. And that was it on two legs? Yeah, it was on two. Same as our one in our village. That's what's happening now.
But faster, isn't it? I suppose the difference is that we can do that faster.
Yeah.
Spread it to more people that wouldn't necessarily have exposure to it.
Yeah, but the experience is happening to people at an accelerated rate. And every paranormal investigator, every cryptid investigator is having more and more leakage, if you like, more and more leakage of information of this thing happening, coming through the veil, if you like, coming through, or we are rising up to meet it. That's the difference. More people are having it. And I think you have to remember that, every time someone says, oh, I've seen a dogman, or I've seen a black shadow and it was walking along the wall, and it was walking in a certain way. Their credibility, their life credibility is in that story as well as the story itself. Their reputation, their credibility is in that. So these people that come across, and they are genuine, whether they're genuine to themselves, but they are genuine in their story, their account.
Yeah.
So we have to take that on board, that these things are happening to multiple people, Anyway, sausage rolls.
I am so going to do something with AI for you. I'm so going to try. Trust me.
Please try. I can't wait.
Something's coming out of this one.
Oh dear.
I'll send it, and you can choose to publish it or not.
No, just do you know what? I don't just publish it. It doesn't matter. I don't.
Phil can take it.
Yeah, don't.
He's asking for it. He's asking for it. Probably be there by tomorrow or the day after. So
that fast. Well, we've got a
sad.
show on Friday, so
make sure it's before Friday. I'll send it to Natalie.
Yay.
Surprise!
I get to censor it. or add things.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I got one particular embarrassing bit of AI which we haven't published, have we?
No.
Mostly.
I really want to.
Now I'm getting curious.
Oh my God.
But what it was,
Now.
yeah, I've put up on AI, you know, as you do, you sort of give a description as detailed as possible. So anyway, and one of the AI photo options it coughed up with was Natalie and myself by a swimming pool with a UFO in a swimming pool, because I was trying to get across the fact of, in a funny way, USOs. Yeah. So, and I'm thinking, well, in a swimming pool might be quite funny. Fancy going swimming, seeing a UFO in the bottom of the swimming pool, that type of thing. And it sort of had a bit of a hissy fit when it came to my swimming costume. And I looked like
I looked amazing, by the way. Before he describes it, I've never looked so good in silver spandex. Seriously.
Yeah, you did, didn't you? What did I look like?
If I look like that in real life, I'd be well happy. And then there was Phil standing next to me.
I look like something that you would take to a S&M party, isn't it?
Honestly, he got it because they got it so that it was like, I think it was alien pool party, wasn't it? So it was a swimming pool, an inflatable thing, an alien with a lifeguard thing. And we'd both got our back to the camera, and we were both turning back, but I was turning back sort of like normal, whereas like Phil was sort of like, I don't even know how to describe it. Because I was like, took one look at this and I thought, I'm going to use this. And I did a clip art sticker of it, pulled it out. And as soon as you took this picture, Phil, out from the background, oh my God, all the details popped out. And he just, I don't even know how to describe it. What was it like? Little sort of spandex black hot pants with a little halter top on. He'd got this like weird little black strappy number.
I had a cute butt in that.
And it was almost like he was doing that, but not quite. It's like, but over his shoulder. So like almost sort of like, you know how girls do that over the shoulder sort of flirty look.
Yeah.
It just looks
and I want to say
wrong.
to people, I am very much in touch with my feminine side. Okay, because every woman's got a little penis, every man's got a little vagina. I know that, and I am in touch with both. But I did look right gimp. Honestly, I look like someone's pet.
I was laughing that much. I was trying to do a voice note, and all Phil got was me going.
I got 3 messages. Okay, I got 3 messages, voice messages on my messenger from Mosley. All of them were just her having hysterics, just laughing.
Literal hysterics, as in I was crying. It was just like, and I was trying to clip art this picture onto something else just to take the mick out of them, but I couldn't because I couldn't even look at it without breaking up again. And I was just like, and he was like being quite serious. He's like, oh, what do you think to this image? And do you think this would work? And I was just like, no, it's not going to work. And it's like, because I don't think he'd quite registered. He got him in this little halter.
Yeah. So when you do the sausage roll, make sure it's round my neck.
No, I'm still sitting on that image. I must admit, I would love to do something with it. Bad. It's so bad.
It made me cry.
Oh, yeah.
It was Scott saying why everything got to be little,
Yeah, try making it big for Scott so he feels bigger.
Yeah.
I saw something he posted earlier. Him on a stool, but trying to get it up.
I think when we interviewed him, he was sitting on his computer chair and he was down here, so he was trying to pump it up. And even when he got it to the absolute top, he was still halfway down the screen. That's what he was talking about. So even with his little booster thing on it, and he was just like, I give up.
Yeah.
Right, you need a booster on your booster.
I was expecting a little lever on the chair, and she'd like push the lever, go. Oh,
And he was like, it won't go any higher.
Everybody who is going in the meanwhile while we're talking, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Because, like Phil said, people are falling asleep.
They often do when I talk. They often do. Yeah. Where was we? We were talking. It's a paranormal show, isn't it? It's a paranormal show, isn't it?
We were talking paranormal, to be fair.
Yeah, we are all over the place.
Yeah, which is good. That's okay. That's all right, isn't it? So yeah, what orbs? What do you think of orbs? What are orbs? Why are we seeing these orbs? What are they?
Good question.
Yeah, you have different kind of orbs.
There's different kinds of orbs, I think, as well. But I think a sphere is one of the most efficient shapes, isn't it, for energy? So I reckon that people aren't actually people-shaped. Because if you think about it, like, you know, in the healing circles and that, we have an aura, which is sort of round. But when we're no longer sort of like into a person shape, I think we ping back into an orb because it's the most efficient energy. I can't remember the physics of it, but it's the most efficient shape for energy to be in or something. I can't remember. I did read it somewhere.
It is the most energy efficient. An orb is the most energy efficient shape. A bubble is the most energy efficient. That's why a bubble keeps its form in our low pressure. You know, it keeps its form because it's the most energy efficient.
Yeah, and I think that's what orbs are. I think it's just the most efficient form of a person's energy to be in. Maybe.
Yeah. What do people see faces in them?
I do, in some of them. But that's what I mean about different kinds of orbs. I think there's I used to, for a while, I've not had it so much lately. Used to get orbs very much with like little goblin faces in them, and they were clearly goblin faces. And then I've had one with like almost like a reptilian face with teeth, and the different colors as well in them when you blow them up. And so when everyone says, you know, like when on camera is like, oh no, it's pollen, I think sometimes if you blow it up and you've got like a symmetrical shape in it, it's the pollen. But if you see actual faces, I mean, these faces they're quite clear as well. Yeah. You know, and or like you say, or they could be like little portals and the faces seeing through. I don't think it's one answer, to be fair, but I have said, although I've seen more goblin-y faces in them than I have human faces. I've not seen many with human faces, although I do know some people get more human faces. So it may just be because I used to get orbs quite a bit outside with the horses and things. So, you know, they might just be nature spirits rather than anything else. But yeah, I've seen faces in them. I don't discount it either. If there's faces in them, I'm more likely to think of it as a paranormal orb. But I'm scared, Phil. Oh man,
he got scared.
I think I've upset him.
Where Phil go?
No.
Oh no, he's
I
back.
don't know that, but yeah. I think I dropped my fairy cake.
Yeah. Something was like, we're not letting him answer.
Yeah. No, yeah, I think I mean, faces are very common in orbs, aren't they? Very common.
Yeah, apparently so, yeah.
I've captured some, you know, got some really good photos of some, you know, with faces and stuff. I even got one where you got an orb and you got like, it looks, honestly, it looks like people inside. It looks like little tiny people inside, like just sitting there. Like, I mean, you know, but it's so difficult because what we deal with in our spare time, or in the time that we do dedicate to what we investigate, it's very, very hard for cameras to pick up.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Very, very hard, because it's on a different time. It's on a different velocity to what we're on, because everyone's time is, but and I think it's very difficult for the camera to pick up because it's running slightly faster, it's running slightly slower, and so it's like kind of, you've got sepia effect, you've got that sort of blurring.
I'm so sorry, I've just seen what Shane said.
What are you laughing at now, Mosley? Once she starts, she can't stop.
I just sent another one. You just don't piss yourself.
Send me a picture. I think
This
you
is what
can
I've got
show
to
that
part
one,
with. I've got to
Shane.
part
The
with
top
this.
one, definitely. I'm
You know?
really sorry, Phil. It's like
It's
we've been
not,
really
yeah, I'm
serious.
trying to be serious here. I'm a
I
serious chat
apologise.
about paranormal. Yeah.
I got another one. Wasn't finished yet. I like this one better.
Yeah. Now that, can you imagine that? Yeah.
I told you, it takes a couple of seconds.
Yeah, brilliant. Brilliant. Good
It's
job.
better than I was
Good job.
expecting.
Yeah. I must admit, I look quite cute though, actually. But yeah, the ears.
suits you.
I like the ears, The ears were nice. But yeah, no, good job. I like it. Sausage roll one. I imagine me strapped to a tree at night. Phew. Or
I can make that happen too.
Maybe not imagine it. That came out wrong, didn't it? Not that I want to be strapped to a tree at night.
Oh dear.
I want to make that clear, okay? I want to make that absolutely clear. If anyone takes me from bed, takes me off to the forest, and straps me to a tree with sausage rolls around my neck, I won't be entirely happy.
Even looks better than a mankini.
Yeah. Although I like the suit. The suit was quite cool, actually.
Yeah, I was going to say, actually, it went better
Yeah.
than I was expecting it to.
I look good. Yeah.
He's gonna make a suit.
Oh, hello, Jenny.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah. If you
Jen.
just joined us, Jenny, because you wouldn't say fine group of men and women if you conversation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Phil, what do you think about those light anomalies which are captured with video and photographs? Are they spirits, manifestations of energy, or
Which ones are those?
You mean like the ones where you don't see them in real life, but you see them on the camera? Because
exactly?
Anthony Lewis said earlier about, do you see them not on camera? And I've seen orbs with that. This is why I don't discount orbs, because I see them with my eyes.
Yeah.
Jenny says she's being nice. Thank you.
Didn't see the picture.
Yeah, I'll send it to her in a bit. Oh dear. I don't know. I don't have any particular opinions on the light anomalies because I've not had that quite so much, to be fair. So I'm not 100% on it. I don't know about you, Phil, because you've probably done more investigations and things than me, more cameras and things.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the cameras that we're using at the moment usually 4K, 120 frames per second rate. I mean, it's pretty, pretty quick. So you do catch more than what the you would normally it with a camera, because these things travel. I believe these things do travel at speed, at velocity. I think these things, that's the key. So, more so than just like a portal opening up. Although I do believe that portals do exist. I'm not saying they don't. Um, there's another anomaly which is called rods, which we spoke about, Mary, before in a message. Now these were debunked very quickly, stamped upon by people saying, no, it's insects. These rods are insects.
Yeah.
Insects do, and it's been proven they do with when you've got low frame rate. They do have this pattern where they look like a caterpillar almost. They look like, kind of, you see little wings on them, and because of the frame, but the shutter speed, and the exposure of the lens are open, especially in low light. It takes a photograph, and as it takes a photograph in low light, it wants to suck in as much light as possible, so it stays open. A shutter does slightly longer to allow that light in, and at that second, that fly or insect goes past, and it looks elongated, longer than it should, and it's got these fluffy. But there is other evidence to say, strong evidence to say, that these rods, as they're known, which we can't see but cameras do pick up, and they do some amazing tricks, amazing turns, much the same as UFOs do. They do turns which are exceptionally fast, and a 90-degree turn, where normally, I mean, anything doing that kind of speed. And remember, these things have to do that kind of speed, because if we're capturing this on maybe 30 frames per second film, then, and that's going that fast, it blurs, and then it does a 90-degree turn, it would be virtually impossible. Absolutely impossible. But these rods do these tricks, and I think they're like anomalies. You often see, which is fascinating, the light anomalies with lightning. When lightning happens, you'll see an aftershock of lightning, almost like a sprite, which happens above the clouds in lightning. So it goes not only down, where the positive energy hits the negative, it goes up as well, which is quite strange. But you often see with lightning that there is an afterlight, an aftershock picked up by a camera, and that's very odd. It's very odd also that we see UFOs whenever there's lightning in the clouds. The new Disclosure by Steven Spielberg film, his new trailer came out. It was premiered at the Super Bowl, and really good trailer. And he's got this large UFO, and it looks to be coming out of a cloud, a bit like just like a huge cloud parting, and and this UFO coming out, sort of storm cloud, if you like, and then you got other thing. I think what we're dealing with, because it's an energy well that we kind of comprehend in different manners depending on the witness. I think it changes forms and changes states. Another film which I really did like was called Nope, Nope, where this UFO was this farmer working on with his girlfriend, his sister. It was his sister working on a farmstead in the States, and they started getting some real strange stuff happening. And then they were looking up, and this cloud didn't seem right. The cloud in the sky didn't seem right. And the depiction basically was the cloud was the UAP. It was the UFO. The cloud took the form. It can actually take the form of a UFO. Fantastic film. And that UFO is, as I believe, when I was talking to another woman called Nancy Thames, and she was adamant that these UAPs are biological. They're actually creatures.
What, the actual craft thing?
Yeah, the craft are
Yeah.
actually, they're alive.
Yeah,
They're sentient. They're alive. They do have pilots, but the pilots, right from the get go, are have one job, and the one job is to have a symbiosis with that ship, and that's all their job is. That's all their job is. Their job is to control that ship, and that ship to be controlled by them. They are one and the same. That's the ship, but the ship is biological. That's why, hence, there's no rivet marks. There's no control panels. Very often said by Lazar said the same. Because there's no need to. Now, if they're run by thought alone, if they're controlled by thought, if they're controlled by intention, then it makes absolute sense with what we see and we can't understand at the moment, because it is important to understand that it is intention. That's the key. It's intention of us to see something paranormal. If you're a paranormal investigator, you won't go off into a haunted house and see an alien, because the energy will manifest in a way which your intention was to see a ghost. A UFO guy, UFO person will look with the intention of seeing an alien, and that information, that energy will, I believe, puff out an alien. So what one will see as a ghost, the other will see as an alien. Hence why you don't see en masse, like kind of lots and lots and lots of people seeing the same thing very often. And if they do, it's lights in the sky. The individual entities are on an individual level because they can only comprehend to a few, if not one, because your intention is needed for it to manifest. Sausage roll?
Oh my god.
That's the end of that lecture. On to the next.
It makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Definitely
good.
does.
I had no idea what I was talking about then.
Good. We did it. But on to the next one. Sausage rolls.
Sausage rolls, that's it. Yeah.
Sausage, you know the cigar-shaped
I'm actually
UFOs?
hungry.
They're just giant flying sausage rolls.
Yeah. With the intention to see sausage rolls.
Mm.
Oh dear.
Intention's key for us. Intention's key, because you know we help to manifest this thing. We have to. It's it's the old thing of like, if a tree falls in the wood, we have to be there to witness it. It wants us to witness it. Hence why a lot of times when in the cryptid world, when we see something we don't fully understand, and the fight or flight, either way, that balance doesn't kick in. The one thing that does kick in is the fear, but we still have to stay. You can't run. When you witness something like that, when you witness a 9-foot dogman, you look back and you think, why the hell? If it was anything like kind of, if it was a madman with an axe, you'd be running for your life. But it's far worse to look at than a madman with an axe, because it's something that you just brain can't comprehend. You should run, but you can't. You have to just, and it wants you to witness it. It wants you to have that fear. It wants you to have that fear. And it's very important. it's very important that happens. Fear's a funny thing, isn't it? I mean, so like one of the most popular films is horror films. And I know why I like horror films. I've analysed it myself. Why do I like horror films? Well, I like horror films because the same as I like sad films, because it's something that I can watch and I will cry. It brings an emotion out,
Mhm.
and that's very powerful.
It is. Yeah.
When I see a horror film, it brings out an emotion. I can't watch, but I have to watch. I can't watch. No, I don't want to, but I have to watch. That emotion is very powerful within us, and couple that together with the intention. Bing, bang, bong. There you go. It's got you.
We have a good question from Anthony.
Yeah.
Have anyone in your group got shock or electric shock from entering a room, or even chill come over them? Yeah, I usually do. It's usually a chill and never a shock.
Yeah.
My daughter tends to shock me, but that's something else. That's an
I
electric
was
shock. Trust me.
Not electrical.
But it's static.
Mhm.
Yeah, I used to be very static when I was younger. I'd like get cars, metal gates, refrigerators. Where I used to work, we got plastic bags. When you unroll them, it's static, and I couldn't put the refuse bags in the holders because the holders were metal, and I used to have to get the kids to do it for me. And it's like, but yeah, not so bad now. Since I discovered grounding mats, not quite so static, but I do sense like spirit is static, like a static feeling.
Yeah.
I don't never say an electric shock exactly though. It's more. It does feel more like static field. And I've had chill as well.
Yeah.
I had
Yeah.
one time I went in and out of the room because I was doing my laundry, and I went in and out 4 or 5 times, and then all of a sudden it was like all electricity in the room discharged through my body. So I stood there like, what the heck happened?
What was like all your hair standing up, or is it like
Also, yeah, it was so strange. Just one time.
I was saying the other week actually, my house feels like the walls build up a static charge.
Yeah.
Because like I was saying about like, how sensitive I am to the solar activity, but sometimes the walls of my house feels like the charge builds up, and it can be up to a foot away, and then sometimes it discharges. I don't know if it's the area we are, because it's quite damp and marshy around here, whether it's not grounding properly and it's like the electrical fields building up. But it is quite strange. It's like you say, with buildings and things, I mean they've got electricity in them, so I suppose in a weird kind of way, perhaps that's why we see more ghosts inside than outside, actually, because of the electrical fields.
Yeah, the solar panels and
solar panels supposed to be really bad for electrical fields, aren't they? Some of them. That's
yeah.
Sounds,
I think
makes sense.
Huh?
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Does make sense. I tell you, one of the worst cases I've ever had was years ago. It used to be a thing where if you work somewhere, you got to wear one of our uniforms. Oh, that's great. All right, I love that. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Now, what we're going to do, because we'll say this, we're going to stick you in some. And the material was like nylon trousers with something else mixed in as well.
Yeah.
So if I was to mince my way down the road, during work, the static build-up in my underpants was incredible. It was absolutely incredible. There'd be sparks because of this nylon material chafing, as I walked, especially briskly, because I was younger then, in Keene, Not so keen now about work. And, and it would, honestly, and people would stop me and go, my God, Phil, what's going on with your underpants? I know, it's incredible. It's like static, man. And I don't know why they did it. It's like some kind of sadistic, you're going to work for us, we're going to put you through some pain.
I got that. Yeah, with work uniforms. When one place I was at, they got. I can't wear polyester for that reason because I just build up a static charge, and all work uniforms everywhere I've ever had, with one exception, has been polyester. And they wanted, they gave us a base layer, like a long sleeve type t-shirt, and then a polo shirt over the top. I could just about get away with the polo shirt if I kept pulling it away from myself, or I wore cotton underneath it. But they gave me the base layer. I took it out of the packet. It was like out of the packet, and I was like, put it on, and I was like, it's like sort of instant static. Tried to take it off again, got the biggest electric shock of my entire life. I mean, my entire arm went numb. Threw it on the floor, and I was like, I sort of nearly burst into tears saying, I can't do this job, I can't wear this uniform. And it's like that. I was like, I had to ask my manager, do I have to wear both layers? Because if I wear both layers, I'm basically going to electrocute everyone and everything, including myself. And it's like, luckily it was optional. So I managed to find like a cotton one that was almost similar to wear underneath. But they're all polyester, all of these clothes. And I was like, if I wanted to wear a bin bag, because that's basically what polyester is, and everyone's like trying to get us away from cotton because of the environmental damage, blah 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 blah, and yet they want us to all wear the equivalent of a plastic bin bag in clothes form. And I was just like, and fleeces as well. I can't wear fleeces in the summer because of the static in them. I can get away with it in the winter because obviously I should imagine, I think there's more negative ions in the air because it's cooler. And it's like, but yeah, fleeces as well. So a fleece and a polyester around metal and it's like,
I agree. It's
torture.
awful.
It's torture.
It's like walking. We're a couple of walking piezo electric flipping lighters.
Yeah, it was like Phil Thunderpants. It'd be like,
yeah, go on, light your cigarette, Amanda.
It'd be like, you want to see my superpower?
That young man's incredible. His underwear. Do you need a light?
I would chase people all day and just stick a finger on them.
I actually wanted to say the same thing. It could be an advantage if you don't like people. Hi.
Exactly.
It is if you
now,
don't
fucker.
mind the electric shock as well. It's like, because I used to get the shocks more often than anybody else.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
That's a disadvantage. That's not good.
No, it's you know, as well as like you've got the autistic sensory thing as well, and it's like, so they're static in it. I mean, all day you're wearing it and you're just trying to pull it out so that the static's not, and it's just trying to ignore that constantly. And I'm just like, they do it because it's cheap, isn't it? And it doesn't wear as fast, wear out as fast. But it's just like, I'm just like, this can't be good for people. And so, you know, and everyone's like, oh, why don't you just change your job? And I'm like, instantly just looking at the uniforms. It's like, can't do that, it's got a plastic uniform. Can't do that, it's got a plastic uniform. It's just sort of like, but it is, it's horrible.
Yeah,
No, I'm with you 100%. I can't do it. I can't do that. Yeah, polyester stuff. Awful.
No, I can't. I get away with it on outer, you know, like raincoats and things, just. But yeah, I always have to wear cotton underneath.
Yeah.
But even then, it's sort of borderline.
Yeah.
It's not.
I mean, you try it with a couple of testicles. It's not
I
fun.
have to admit, yes, I've managed to avoid the polyester trousers because, like I say, the ones at work never fit.
Some countries that would be torture.
Yeah, it is almost, isn't it, in a weird way?
No.
It's like,
but here it's like, yeah, go on then. Yeah, you can start, no problem. Where it is the uniform, go on.
Yeah, no, it does wind me up.
Oh, smile. What's wrong with you?
It's like Richter's good. Like, it's like, oh, Phil's always really happy.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right, guys. I'm going to be a party pooper. We're going to end with the sausage rolls.
yeah.
Sausage roll.
Sausage rolls and electric
Sausage
pan.
roll.
It's been great fun. Thanks.
It is. Yeah.
you.
So you have to come back again.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
have to do it again.
Yeah. Well, once I go see my psychologist, okay, and I get debriefed by him after this show. Last time I was on it, my psychologist had to see a psychologist.
Yeah, we got to get to 15k subscribers for Phil as well.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's
We can
great.
do the
Yeah,
year.
why not? Yeah,
Really.
so Wicker Man.
You know how hard it is.
Yeah, Wicker Man.
Follow
Anyone
him.
wants to see him with little ears and a fluffy tail in the forest? 15,000 subscribers.
Absolutely. And we are going to witness it.
Oh, yes.
I can't promise.
So
I
sadistic.
won't laugh.
A
I
bunch
won't
of weird
promise it.
photographs.
Shane's planning it all out. Yeah, well, I'm gonna get the photograph done. That's it. Well, we must get some thermal.
Video.
That's it. Yeah, must get some thermal as
Yeah,
well.
we can do that as well.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
if we sprinkle him with some bacon bits as well.
See what happens
Harry
then.
Kate's bacon bits, sausage rolls, we can try all three. It could be an
Yeah.
experiment.
Come on, Dogman, eat him.
We need the footage. We want 20k. Come on.
Yeah, we've got a
Honestly,
picture of him
you're
going like this
right,
with the sausage rolls and arm and they're gone from around his neck.
Yeah, we're very fond of you, Phil. Eat him quickly.
All right, guys. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for joining us. And everybody in the chat who participated and interacted with us. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for watching and listening.
Peace.
And yeah, we'll see you in the next one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm going to
Yeah.
click everybody out and we're going to end with our music as usual. Say bye-bye.
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 Bye-bye. Phil says sausage roll.
Sausage roll.
Voices from the cracks in the floor. Shadows bending where light won't go. Chasing truth in a haunted show. Are they real or something more? Psychic dreams or skeptics grin. Ghosts of questions circling within. Answers vanish before they land. Investigators with their tools in hand, talking to the dark like it understands. Spirits rising from the sand.